Lina hated the lunch rush on Station R-17. The docklight diner was loud, hot, and full of people who wanted to forget. She did her job anyway. Smile, pour, serve, move. The bell above the door chimed. Talk died. Forks froze. 3 dragons walked. In these were war-class Dragonstall, armored and calm in a way that made humans feel small. The leader wore a long coat over a combat harness and a worn metal band across his chest. Captain Rune. Lina knew the name from old war footage. A veteran, a hero, a dragon who did not waste words. She forced her feet to move. Welcome, she said, keeping her voice steady. Table for 3. The scar-jawed dragon snorted. We stand. Lina remembered his name. Vex, the third, a calm female named Sira, scanned exits and cameras. Rune looked at Lina. Water, he said. Lina filled. 3 cups fast. Her hands shook, and she hated that. She returned, set the first cup down, and the second. Then she placed the 3rd cup in front of Rune, and she saw it. On his left wrist, partly hidden by his sleeve, was a mark burned into his scales. Thin lines formed a twisted loop with 3 short bars under it. Lina's breath stopped, because she had seen that exact mark on her mother. Mira had the same tattoo on her inner forearm. Lina had found it once as a kid while Mira fixed a broken pipe. Mira had covered it fast and said only, "It's a promise." A long one. Now the same promise sat on a dragon's wrist. Lina's mouth moved before fear could grab it. My mom has your tattoo. The sentence fell like a dropped blade. Rune's claws tightened. The cup cracked. Water spilled across the table. Vex snapped his head toward her. What did you say? Rune rose. He leaned down until his shadow covered Lina. His voice was low and flat. Say it again, slowly. Lina's heart hammered. She forced herself to meet his eyes. My mom has your tattoo, she repeated. Same lines, same shape. Vex grabbed Lina's wrist. Lina flinched, but she did not scream. Rune did not look at Vex. Your mother's name? Lina pulled her hand back. Let go, she told Vex. Her voice sounded steadier than she felt. Vex hesitated. Sira touched his arm. He released Lina with a sharp breath. Lina swallowed. Her name is Mira. Rune's eyes changed, not softer, just haunted, like someone opened a door he had sealed. That human is dead, Rune said. Lina shook her head. Hard no, she raised me. She is not dead. Rune's gaze scanned her face like he was searching for a lie. Where is she? I don't know, Lina said. She left 3 years ago. She said she had to close a promise. She never came back. Sira nodded at Lina's chest. Her necklace. Lina touched the small metal tag under her uniform. Old, scratched, stamped with numbers. In a strange symbol, Rune's eyes locked. On it, where did you get that? My mom gave it to me, Lina said. She told me never to show it, only if I met someone with your mark. Rune looked around the diner. His voice turned urgent. He should not have said that line in public? Why? Lina asked. A harsh alarm answered. Boots hit the walkway outside. Red light flashed across the windows. Dragon Authority. A. Black security shuttle dropped in front of the diner like a predator. Vex's scales rose along his neck. Too fast, he growled. They were watching. Rune stepped close to Lina. His voice was warning, not threat. If the Inquisitor hears your mother's name, he said, they will take you. Lina's mouth went dry. Who is the Inquisitor? The one who erased Mira from the records, Rune said. The diner door shook under a hard knock. Are you in turn to his veterans? Move. Then he looked at Lina. Do you trust strangers? Lina stared at the flashing red light on the floor. She thought of her tiny room and her mother's empty chair. I don't have anyone else, Lina said. Rune nodded once. Then stay close, he said, and don't say her name again. The door slammed open. Asterisk veteran. Dragons did not run like scared people. They moved like a plan. Dragon. Authority officers entered the docklight diner in black armor and silver masks. Their leader lifted a scanner. We received a report, he said. A human used forbidden names. Rune stepped forward. calm as stone. Lunch rush, he said. Humans gossip. They say many stupid things. The scanner hovered near Lina. Lina forced her face blank and copied Rune's stillness. Rune pointed at the door. We came for water, he said. Now we leave. The officer hesitated. A decorated veteran was not a normal suspect. Station rules bent for heroes. Rune used that bend like an exit. He walked out first. Vex and Sira formed a wall around Lina. Lina kept her eyes down and her steps steady, even while her heart tried to escape her ribs. Outside, fuel stink and cold air hit her face. The authority shuttle sat nearby, lights flashing. Rune turned away from it and headed for the cargo docks. Stay close, he said. They slipped into a staff corridor and reached a sealed hatch. Rune pressed his palm to the lock. The door opened. Into a compact veteran ship with scratched walls and quiet power, Rune sealed the hatch behind them. The outside noise vanished. The ship felt like a cave. Lina hugged herself. Why are they after me? She asked. I only said a tattoo. Rune pulled his sleeve back, showing the burned mark on his wrist. God, 'cause it is not a tattoo, he said. It is a war bond mark, like a team, Vex's. Laugh was short and bitter, like blood, like family. Rune's voice stayed flat, but his eyes looked far away. We earned it in a battle called Ash Corridor, he said. A human mechanic dragged me out of fire when my armor failed. Throat tightened. Mira. Rune's head snapped toward her. Do not speak that name, he warned. Not loud. Not near walls. Sira stepped closer to Lina. Did your mother ever say a phrase when she was scared? She asked. Lina blinked. Then she remembered dark nights when power failed in their tiny room. Mira would sit on the floor and speak slowly, like a metronome. Lina said it now. Hold the line, count the breaths. 1 to 10. The ship went still. Sira's eyes widened. Vex stopped moving. Rune's jaw tightened like pain that was the Ash Corridor motto, Sira whispered. Are you in nodded once? Only a few humans ever heard it, he said. One vanished. One was erased. One was Mira. Lina's voice shook. So she was there. She was real. Yes, Rune said. And the records claim she died. Who wrote that, Lina? Asked. Rune's eyes hardened. The Inquisitor. He opened a small metal box from a shelf. Inside were old items. A broken medal, a burned human wrench, and a thin metal tag almost identical to Lina's necklace tag. Rune lifted the tag. Mira gave me this, he said. You meet my child, you will know. Lina touched her own tag, feeling the same shape. She planned for me to find you, Lina whispered. A sharp beep cut through the silence. The cum panel lit up. Are you? Ewan read the message. His face did not change, but the air felt colder. A voice filled the ship smooth, official, and cruelly calm. This is Inquisitor Car of Dragon Authority. The human female linked to the forbidden name is under protection order. Any dragon who hides her will be charged with treason. Lina felt her stomach drop. He knows, Vex growled. We should leave the station now. Rune shut off the audio. We cannot outrun Car if you already watched the diner, he said. Lina forced herself to speak. Then what do we do? Rune brought up a star map and highlighted a route. We go to the only place Car does not fully control, he said. Where? Lina asked. Rune looked at her like he was weighing a hard decision. The Dragon Court.
At Sarah.
Inhaled sharply. The court will demand proof. Rune nodded. And we give them proof. And if they believe Car? Lina asked. Rune's voice went quiet. Then you become the prize, he said. And we become enemies of the state.
Yeah.
Ship engines warmed with a low hum through a small port window. Lina saw security lights spreading across the docks like a closing net. Rune's veteran ship slipped out of the dock bay with engines kept low. On station screens, it looked like normal traffic. Inside, Lina sat stiff on a metal bench. Vex watched her like she might explode. Sira stayed calm, but her eyes never stopped. Scanning Rune did not turn around. No names, he told Lina. No sudden moves. Do what I say. I just want my mom, Lina whispered. Then survive first, Sira said. A warning light blinked on the console. Authority net, Vex growled. They're scanning exits. The companel lit. Rune answered on low audio. Inquisitor Carr's voice slid through the ship, smooth and sure. Captain Rune, I know you can hear me. Rune's eyes stayed on the flight path. Speak, returned the human, Carr said. Keep your medals. Keep your ship. Keep your quiet life, Vex hissed. Dirty deal. Rune's voice was flat. No, a pause. Then Carr's tone hardened. Then you force me to be official. Captain Rune, you are under investigation for treason. The console flashed red. A warning appeared. Root lock. Rune's claws moved fast. He is pushing station systems, he said. Can he stop us? Lina asked. He can try, Vex said. And he likes trying. Lina's mind raced. She knew the station better than most pilots. She carried trays through the back halls, heard workers talk. There's an old service lane, Lina said, under the cargo ring. Trash haulers use it. It won't be on your maps. Vex snapped. How would you know? I work here, Lina shot back. Rune glanced back once, sharp as a blade. Show me. Lina leaned toward the map and pointed. Drop under the ring. Follow the maintenance beacons. You can slip out behind the recycler bays, Rune dipped. The ship into darker space. Bright traffic lights faded, replaced by dull service markers. For a moment, it worked. Then alarms screamed. A larger ship slid above them and blocked the lane like a wall. Interceptor. Sira said the cum clicked. On again, Carr sounded almost amused. Knew you would use the old lane, he said. Humans love shortcuts. No, Rune said. You predicted the station. The interceptor broadcast a docking demand. Magnetic clamps fired. The veteran ship shook. Power flickered. Their boarding, Lina breathed. Sira pushed Lina. Behind her? Stay behind us, she ordered. Rune tossed Sira a small device. Smoke, he said. Then he handed Lina a thin wristband. Put this on. What is it? Lina asked. A short blocker, Rune said. It hides your biotag for minutes. That's all we need. Lina snapped it onto her wrist. Her hands were shaking, but she forced them to work. A cutter wind. Metal cracked. A hull panel popped open and cold air rushed in. 2 Authority soldiers climbed through with weapons raised. Then Inquisitor Carr stepped into the opening. He was not huge, but he filled the space anyway. His scales were polished. His cloak was. Perfect. His eyes were bright and empty. He smiled at Rune like they were old friends. Captain Carr said, You disappoint me. Lina kept her face down, but her eyes flicked up for 1 second. On Carr's wrist was the same mark. The twisted loop, the 3 bars. But it looked too clean, too perfect. It's like a copy made by someone who never earned it. Sira saw it too. Her eyes narrowed. Carr followed Lina's gaze and smiled wider. Ah, he said softly. You recognize the family mark? Rune's voice went cold. That mark is not yours. Carr shrugged. Nimbles belong to those who control history, he said. Now hand over the human, and this ends quietly. Vex stepped forward, blocking Lina completely. Over my dead scales, Carr's smile did not move. He raised 2 fingers. A small drone floated in behind him, lens glowing red. Live broadcast, Carr said. Captain Rune, confess your treason. On record, and I will spare your crew. Refuse, and the station will watch your ship burn. Lina's lungs locked. The drone turned toward her, recording. Lina tasted metal in her mouth. She spoke, she could save them. If she stayed silent, they might all die. Rune did not look at the drone. He looked at Carr. Count, he said. Carr's voice dropped, still calm. You have 10 seconds. *10, Carr said. The drone's red lens stared at Lina. Are you ended? Not confess. He made a small hand sign. Sira clicked the device in her palm. White smoke exploded into the hall. In seconds, the ship became a bright, choking storm. The drone blinked, confused. Vex roared and drove forward. Lina heard boots, shouts, and metal strikes. Shots cracked, but in the smoke they hit walls. Rune's voice cut through it.
Back hatch now.
Sierra grabbed Lina's sleeve and pulled. Lina coughed as smoke burned her throat. They moved by touch hand on wall. Turn, duck, go. The rear hatch opened into the service lane gap between ships. Cold air hit Lina's face like a slap. Jump, Rune ordered. Sierra went first. Lina followed, shaking. Vex came last, covering them with his body. They clung to a rail and moved along an old maintenance tube Lina recognized from trash runs. This way, Lina said, breathless. Recycling line, it connects to the outer ring. Behind them, through the smoke, Lina saw Car's silhouette, still calm, still watching. Car's voice followed, carried by suit speakers. Run, little human, he said. It only makes the story better. Lina forced the maintenance seal open. The tube was narrow and ugly, built for workers. They crawled fast, scraping knees and claws. At a pressure gate, Lina worked the old dial and levers by memory. The gate clunked open. They dropped into a wider service room full of pipes and warning labels. Sarah checked a wrist screen. Authority teams are moving to cut us off. Rune looked at Lina. Can you get us to a launch? Bay? Yes, Lina said. Not a main one. She led them through back corridors and ladder shafts. The station felt different from the inside. Less shiny, more real. It smelled like fuel, rust, and old cooking oil. They reached a small emergency bay used for repairs. 2 escape pods sat there, dusty and ignored. Vex stared. That's your plan? It's a way out, Lina said. Rune checked the pods. One was dead. One still had power. 4 seats, Sierra said. Vex laughed once. Of course, Rune made the choice. We go. They squeezed inside. Lina buckled the strap with trembling fingers. Outside, footsteps thundered into the bay. A loud voice echoed. By order of Inquisitor, open the pod. The pod screen showed car entering, cloak perfect, even in a chase. Soldiers raised weapons. Lina's chest locked. He's here. Rune leaned forward and hit the launch control. The pod slammed. Back then, shot forward on a hard burst. Oh, Lina's stomach flipped. The bay lights became streaks. A second later, they were out. Tumbling into open space station, R-17 spun behind them like a cold ring of glitter. Behind them, the interceptor ship fired warning pulses.
Oh.
Blue light flashed past the pod. One hit close enough to shake the hull. Brace. Sierra shouted. Lina saw a manual thruster switch, the kind repair crews used. She remembered Mira teaching her. If you cannot stop a spin, change the spin. Turn with it, Lina said. Match the roll, then cut. Vex glared, but he did it. The pod rolled, aligned. The next pulse missed wide. Vex grabbed the manual controls and forced the pod into a steady line. Now what? He demanded. Rune's eyes stayed sharp. Now we trust an old debt, he said. Sierra pulled out a small beacon from a hidden panel and activated it once, then crushed it so it could not be traced. Minutes passed in tight silence. Then, a dark, unmarked ship slid close, silent and fast. A docking arm locked onto the pod and pulled them inside. The hatch opened. Warm air rushed in. A masked crew guided them out without a word. Rune exhaled, the first real release Lina had seen from him. Safe, he said. Lina's legs felt weak. Who are they? She asked. Dragons, who still remember Ash Corridor, Rune said. A wall. Screen lit up with an encrypted message. It decoded slowly, then displayed 3 words in simple human letters. Mira is alive. Enter it. Coordinates blinked like a heartbeat. Lina's breath caught. That's her. Rune stared at the screen, shocked and hard at the same time. Sierra whispered, or it's a trap. Vex's claws flexed. Either way, Car will follow. Rune's voice went quiet. Then we go first. The unmarked ship flew through quiet lanes and into a sector where authority signals went thin. Ahead, a massive structure rose dark towers wrapped around a bright core. The Dragon Court. Sierra said up close. It looked ancient and heavy. Built to outlast Lie's guards, guards met them in a private bay. Their armor was gray, not authority black. Their eyes were sharp. Rune stepped forward and showed his medals. Captain Rune, he said. Veteran of Ash Corridor. Request hearing under old war oath. The guard leader studied his wrist mark, then Lina's necklace tag. Follow. Entered a high hall where 3 elder judges waited. Their scales were pale. Their presence pressed down like gravity. One judge spoke. Captain Rune, speak. Carr accuses me of treason, Rune said. He demands a human female. I refuse, under vow. The judge's eyes narrowed. A vow mark binds dragons, not humans. Lifted his wrist. This mark binds a life debt. He said a human mechanic earned it. Mira, Lina blurted, then caught herself. The name echoed anyway. One judge answered at once. Mira is dead. Records confirm. Records are controlled, Rune said. Request independent. Proof. The first judge looked at Lina. Human, step forward. Lina's legs wanted to fail. She stepped anyway. What is your name? The judge asked. Lina, your connection. Choose my mother, Lina said. She raised me, then she left. A clerk rolled a scanner platform forward. Blood. Test and memory scan, he announced. Lina's stomach turned. Memory scan? Key images? The clerk said. Quick.
Ow.
Lina felt anger rise. My mind is mine, she said. Silence hit the hall. The clerk's tone cooled. Refusal suggests guilt. Refusal suggests I'm human, Lina said. I don't belong to your tools. Rune stepped forward. The human will not be scanned, he said. Not by force. The judges watched him closely. Alternate proof, Rune added. He pulled out an old metal tag and placed it beside Lina's tag. Same shape, same stamp style, Sierra spoke. And she knows the Ash Corridor motto. The judge's gaze returned. To Lina say it, Lina swallowed. Hold the line. Count the breaths. 1 to 10. A heavy quiet followed. Not belief, yet memory. A guard stepped forward with a small light tool and scanned Rune's vow mark. The device beeped. Authentic burn pattern, the guard announced. Old. Deep. He scanned the tags. Same alloy batch, he said. Same stamping method. Whispers rose. The second judge leaned forward, voice lower. That mark is? Older than Ash Corridor, he said. Belongs to Clan Varen, ancient line that swore never to leave a life debt unpaid. Rune's eyes tightened. Then you know what Myra did? He said. We know what the mark means, the judge replied. We do not know who controls it now. A third judge studied Lina. Human, she said. Your mother carried a Dragon Clan mark. That alone is dangerous. Some will call you sacred. Others will call you a mistake that must be erased. Lina swallowed. I'm not sacred, she said. I'm just me. The first judge tapped the armrest once. In this hall, just me is never safe, he said. Rune spoke again, quiet but firm. If you lock her away, Carr will claim. You hid evidence, he warned. And if we do nothing, Carr will take her by force, the judge answered. So we choose the court's cage, not authority's knife. The door slammed open. A black-robed messenger rushed in. Inquisitor Carr requests immediate custody, he announced. He claims the human is a threat to stability, Vex growled. He followed us. The first judge raised a claw. Enough. He looked at Lina. If you are truth, you will. Shake history, he said. If you are lie, you will start war. Lina's voice shook, but stayed clear. I didn't ask for war, she said. I asked for my mom. The judge watched her unmoving. Then he spoke. For your protection. He said, the court will place you in custody until a full hearing. Vex snapped. That's a cage. It is protection, the judge replied, cold. Rune's eyes narrowed. Where will you keep her? The judge answered simply. In the White Room. The guards moved toward Lina. Asterisk, the White Room erased shadows. Bright. Light hit every wall, every corner, every breath. Lina sat on a smooth bench inside a square room with no hiding place. The door had no handle on her side. A small camera watched from the ceiling. Protection, the court had called it. It felt like a polite cage. A tray slid in, water and dry food. No guard answered questions. Hours blurred into one long, silent line. Lina kept repeating Mira's old calming trick. Count the breaths, 1 to 10. Footsteps came. The door hissed open. Sira entered with 2 court guards behind her. 5 minutes, a guard said. Sira nodded. She walked close to Lina and spoke like she was giving normal advice. Eat, she said loudly. Then, softer, without moving her lips much. You are not safe. Lina's throat tightened. I know. Sira brushed the bench as if by accident. A thin metal tool slid into Lina's palm. The guards watched, bored. Sira kept her voice casual. The court is split, she said. Some elders want truth. Some fear Carr more than lies. Can you reach me here? Lina asked. Sira looked up at the ceiling camera for half a second. He already has, she said. The guards ended the visit. Sira left, but as she passed the door, she tapped her wrist, twice signal. When the hallway went quiet, Lina studied the room like a mechanic. Not a prisoner. She searched for seams. She found one beside the food. Lina slid the tool into the thin line and twisted gently. The panel clicked open. Inside was a small device with a blinking light and a thin antenna wire. A transmitter. Lina's stomach dropped. So that's how, she whispered. She did not rip it out. She bent the antenna wire slowly until it snapped without sound. The blinking stopped. A message appeared on a small screen beside the food slot. Memory scan at next light cycle. Lina's hands went cold. They would scan her anyway. She stared at the door. No keypad, no handle. Only smooth metal and pride. Then she looked at the food slot again. Gaps meant leverage. Lina used the trays. Metal edge to pry at the slots in her latch. It was ugly and slow, but she had opened worse locks with worse tools. After a minute, she felt a click. The slot opened wider. Lina slid her arm through and felt 4 cables inside the frame. She found a thick bundle and yanked one line. The lights flickered. For half a second. The door lock hummed unstable. Lina yanked again, timing the flicker. On the 3rd flicker, the door shifted a finger width. Lina shoved her shoulder into it. Pain shot through her arm, but the gap widened enough. She slipped into the gray hallway. No screaming alarms. The court did not like noise. But she heard running feet. Lina ran. She turned a corner and almost crashed into Vex. Vex stared. Human, not. Now, Lina said. He grabbed her arm, then stopped. Bull. His grip softened. You're hurt, he said, seeing the scrape on her elbow. I'm fine, Lina snapped. Vex swallowed, then said it like it cost him. I was wrong about you. Sira appeared at the far end of the hall. This way, she said. They ducked. Into a storage room. Rune waited inside, eyes sharp. You broke out, he said. They were going to scan me, Lina replied. And there was a transmitter in the wall. Rune's face darkened. Carr's hand, he muttered. Sira lifted her wrist screen. We intercepted authority traffic, she said. Carr is preparing a public claim. He will call her a spy who stole the vow mark. And his chest tightened. He can do that. Runes. The voice was low. He will make proof if he cannot find it. Sira held out Lina's necklace tag. There was something hidden inside, she said. A data chip. Lina's fingers shook as she took it. For my mom? Rune nodded once. Play it. Lina pressed the chip into a reader. Mira's voice filled the small room, tired, warm, and real. Lina, Mira said, if you hear this, I couldn't come back. Don't chase my shadow alone. Lina's eyes burned. Trust the veterans with the mark, Mira continued. They are your shield. Carr will lie. Will try to turn you into the villain. A short pause. Mira's voice dropped. And Lina, I'm not dead. I'm hidden. I'm running out of time. The recording cut. Footsteps thundered outside the storage door. Rune lifted his head. They found us, he said. The door handle began too. Turn. The storage door did not open. Rune pressed his claw against it and held the lock from the inside, while Sira jammed a thin metal wedge into the frame. The handle rattled, then stopped. By seconds, Rune said, "That's all." Vex moved. To the side, ready to strike if the door gave way. Lina's mind raced. She had the chip. She had Mira's words. Not dead, hidden, running out of time. "What's the plan?" Lina whispered. "Are you?" and looked at her. "We forced the court to choose," he said. "Truth or Carr." Sira checked her wrist screen. "There is movement in the main hall," she said. "Not just court guards." "Authority?" Vex asked. "No," Sira said. Her eyes widened. "Human delegation." Lina froze. "Humans are here?" Rune nodded once. "Mira had allies," he said. "She always did." Loud court chime echoed through the corridors. A speaker voice announced, formal and cold, "Emergency hearing. All parties to Hall 3. The pressure changed. The court was pulling everyone into the open. Rune released the door. "We go now," he said. They moved fast through side corridors and entered Hall 3 from a rear passage. The hall was packed. Court guards lined the walls. Authority soldiers stood in black armor near the front. Between them stood a small group of humans in dark uniforms. It's clean, calm, and very serious. At their center was a human woman with short hair and a simple badge. Commander Reyes. Her eyes swept the hall, then landed on Lina. Reyes did not smile, but her shoulders eased, like she had found what she came for. Inquisitor Carr stood near the judge's cloak, perfect as always. He looked annoyed, not surprised. The elder judge raised a claw. "This hearing is now open," he said. "Human delegation, state your claim." Commander Reyes stepped forward. Her voice was steady, not loud. "We claim lawful protection of civilian Lina under Treaty 7, she said. "And we submit evidence regarding Myra." Ripple ran through the hall. Carr's smile returned. "Treaties do not apply to Dragon internal matters," he said. Reyes did not look at him. She looked at the judges. "Treaty 7 applies when a Dragon authority attempts to seize a human civilian without due process," she said. "That is exactly what is happening." The judges watched, unmoving. Reyes lifted a small tablet and projected a blue document. Into the air, human and Dragon text side by side with court seals. "Signed here," Reyes said, pointing. "And here," Carr's eyes tightened. "Nice paper," he said. "But your civilian is linked to forbidden war marks. She's a stability threat." Reyes finally glanced at him. "Then prove it," she said. Carr turned toward Lina. The halls. Lights seemed to sharpen. "Human Lina," he said, voice smooth. "Confess where you stole the clan mark." Lina's throat tried to close. She forced it open. "I didn't steal anything," Lina said. "I served food. I paid rent. I waited for my mom to come home." Carr's smile did not move. "A good story," he said. "But stories can be edited." He lifted his wrist, showing his own mark, clean and perfect. "This mark is mine," Carr declared. "I carry the true clan bond. Captain Rune's mark is compromised." A hiss of surprise spread. Lina heard Sira whisper, "He's using the copy." Rune stepped forward, voice like ice. "You never earned that," he said. Carr shrugged. History is written by those with ink," he replied. Reyes took one calm step closer. "Captain Rune's mark tested authentic by court tool," she said. "Your mark has not. Allow a scan." For the first time, Carr's calm cracked us to hair. "Authority does not submit to court toys," he snapped. The elder judge's eyes narrowed. "Inquisitor," he said. "In this hall, everyone submits." Heavy pause. Carr's gaze slid to the authority soldiers. Then to the drone unit near the ceiling. Lina felt it before she saw it. The shift, the choice. Carr raised his voice, loud enough for every camera. "Very well," he said. "If the court insists, I will provide proof." He pointed at Lina. "This human carries a hidden weapon," Carr announced. "A human memory virus. She will infect your court systems." Reyes's face stayed still. "That is a lie." Carr lifted a small remote in his palm. "Then watch," he said. A drone above the hall powered up, lens glowing red. Its underside opened, revealing a thin barrel. Sierra's eyes widened. "Weapon drone," she breathed. The elder judge rose slightly. "Inquisitor, stand down." Carr smiled. Lina's body went cold. The drone's barrel aimed straight at her chest. Rune moved without thinking. He stepped in front of Lina, spreading his arms like a shield. The drone fired. The drone's shot hit Rune first. A hard flash of heat, Rune staggered and dropped to one knee. Ash! Smoke rose from his shoulder armor. The smell of burned metal filled the hall. "Rune!" Lina cried. Court guards shouted. Authority soldiers lifted weapons. Humans raised stun gear. The hall turned into noise. Carr lifted his hands, acting offended. "See?" he called. The human triggered. "No," Commander Reyes snapped. "That drone is authority coded." Sierra pulled Lina behind a pillar. "Stay down," she ordered. The drone hovered higher. Its lens tracked Lina again. The thin barrel aimed. Rune forced himself upright, breathing hard but controlled. He stepped between Lina and the drone again. Lina's mind flashed to the white room. Cables flicker. Timing. Mira's voice echoed in her head. "Hold the line." Near the pillar base, Lina spotted a small maintenance panel. That lights needed power. Wires had to run somewhere. She ripped the panel open. A bundle of cables glowed with low current. Lina chose one thick line and yanked. The lights flickered. The drone's sensors stuttered for half a second. "Now," Lina shouted. Vex leaped and slammed his claw into the drone's underside. Metal cracked. The drone spun and crashed to the floor, sparking. Court guards pinned it with shock clamps. Silence fell in a messy, stunned way. Carr's smile was gone. The elder judge rose, voice heavy. "Inquisitor Carr," he said, "you brought a weapon into the court." "I prevented a threat," Carr said. "The human is unstable." Reyes stepped forward, calm and cold. "Then submit to the same scan you demanded," she said. "Let the court test your mark." Carr's eyes tightened. "Authority does not. In this hall, everyone submits," the judge said. A guard pressed the light tool to Carr's wrist. It beeped, then flashed red. "Surface etch," the guard announced. "New, shallow. Not a Valburn." Angry murmurs rolled through the hall. Rune's voice was rough. "You stole the symbol," he said. KHAR snapped. "Symbols are control." Reyes lifted a tablet and projected audio and text into the air. Myra's voice filled the hall. "Carr will lie. You will try to turn my child into the villain." Lina's throat tightened. Reyes switched to a second file, an ash corridor battle log with timestamps and edit trails. "These are authority record." "Changes," she said. Carr removed the human mechanic's name and inserted his own approval stamps after the battle. The elder judge's eyes narrowed. "You altered war records for stability," Carr hissed. "Humans with clan marks cause panic." "And you cause fear," Vex growled. The judge lifted a claw. "Enough, Inquisitor Carr. You are stripped of court access and authority claim pending full trial." Court guards moved in fast and locked shock cuffs onto Carr's wrists. Carr did not fight. He only stared at Lina with cold hate. "This is not over," he whispered. Lina's hands trembled, but she stepped forward. "It will be," she said, "because my mom planned for truth." Rune sank to one knee again as the wound caught up. Lina rushed to him. Sierra supported his other side. "You protected me," Lina said. Rune's eyes softened by a fraction. "That is what the mark means," he rasped. The elder judge looked down at Lina. "The Val mark is a life debt family bond," he said. "Older than our current laws?" Lina swallowed. "So, what am I to you? Not a prisoner," the judge said. "A claim we must honor." Reyes stepped beside Lina. "Those coordinates are real," she said quietly. "We will locate Mira. Our ships are already moving." Lina's breath hitched. "You can find her." "We will," Reyes said. Lina looked at the veteran's dragons who had become her shield. She touched her necklace tag and whispered the line again. But now it sounded like a key, not a mistake. "My mom has your tattoo," Rune managed a tired, almost smile. "Then," he said, "you have our promise too." Court medics arrived with gel packs and sealed bandages. Rune waved them off at first, then allowed Sira to press the cooling patch into his armor. Vex looked at Lina, awkward and honest. "If Mira trusted you to us," he said, "then we don't drop you." Lina nodded, blinking back tears. "I won't drop you either." The elder judge raised his voice to the hall. "The court will pursue Mira's coordinates and reopen. Ash Quarter records," he announced. "The truth will stand." For the first time in years, the hall felt lighter.